YouTube, what's good with y'all? It's your boy Justice coming back at y'all with another energy read, another channeled YouTube message. Remember, energy is timeless, so if this finds you, maybe meant a few messages, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 1, maybe the whole message. Remember to take what resonates and just leave the rest. If you need a personal, hit up Shamika Sun with a C in Shamika at gmail.com. All the likes, comments, shares, and subscribes and super thanks are so appreciated. I send so much love to y'all. The is so annoying, but I'm outside. It's very calming outside. Been grounding all day today. Grounding may be significant for somebody to just, being able to temper energies may be significant. It's been some heavy energies in these last few days. So I've been instructed myself to ground and temper these energies, and also to, make sure to intend my energy. So aligning with what I intend these energies to do for me, whether that's through my choices, my emotions, whatever I'm alchemizing. So these things may be significant highlights for somebody aligned to this message. Without further ado, ancestors, angels of the highest of white light, please bestow upon me, remove any distractions, disruptions of any type to this read, for that of the viewer or of myself, and please allow me to channel clear and concise messages for the divine collective. Thank you, and Ashe. So the first one, you're a god or a goddess, so it's significance around higher self, your connection to source, your connection to the higher power, your connection to your higher power, your connection to the plane flying over me, your connection to a higher perspective, a bird's eye view, your connection to your higher scope perspective over whatever situation presides over this reading. So gang stalking, I'm gonna wait on that. Ooh, I got a few cards out. Ancestors are always with you. Your art is needed, bro or sis. And a short woman is significant. So there's a significance around you shying away, or you not shying away from your gifts, your art, your spirituality, or your nurturing self-love aspects at this time. There's a significance amongst maybe you've got some, I'm hearing heat on you. I don't know what that means. Whoever's whoever's tapped in, whoever's getting this message, you'll know what that means, but heat on you. But I think that's in regards to opposing energies to whatever this represents in some way, shape, or form. They see it wasn't a joke now with the full energy. So this is about you taking a step out on faith, past, present, or future. Some type of faithful step, whether this is an action, whether this was you showing up somewhere, taking an opportunity, but this somehow, some way, shape, or form revolves around some spiritual aspect, artistic aspect, or maybe even psychological aspect of self that you're either demonstrating or being instructed to take a leap of faith on, or you have, and others are watching you or spectating you, or there's a significance on that being something or you're worried about, curious about, or concerned with, or that's something that's before you in terms of actual resistance. So take what resonates. You vibrate on a high frequency, or there's a need to, I think I'm taking that as there's a need to stay on your highest possible frequency amidst any type of turmoil or possible opposing resistance, whatever this represents. Because I feel like you're on a path toward generational wealth, or utilizing, I think this is signifying some type of path toward generational wealth. I'm gonna wait on what generational wealth specifically signifies. Your power is seen and felt by many, so so you showing up. I'm gonna wait on it. With the Page of Swords, this represents mental energy, curiosity, restlessness, overthinking, pondering, a lot of thinking, mental energy. So you have a lot of people thinking and feeling a certain way about whatever this power that is being felt or seen or heard or some type of way dissected by other people, or just simply sensed in terms of a shift. Maybe it's not a shift. Maybe this is something you've been doing. Take what resonates. But generational wealth, it's something that either is your key to prosperity, is your passion, you're passionate about, enough to make money off of. So some type of talent, some type of something that either creates momentum energetically or actual flow of money, which is energy, still momentum. You take what resonates, but that is being seen or felt by others and being dissected in terms of the weight of whatever you're doing. In terms of, I think this revolves around art. So maybe this is a project, maybe this is a song, maybe this is a podcast that you've dropped. But it's something that's a substance that you're creating, cultivating, or within or without yourself, that is being felt or dissected by a group of people in some shape or form. With the page energy, that represents people pondering, questioning, talking, surface level things. But page energy, when I think of page energy, it's like people talking amongst each other about a certain subject. So with believing your dreams, you're worthy of completing this mission. Maybe people in the past talked about you in a certain way that's being differently. I guess there's some significance around why they're dissecting your substance or your you. It could be just your aura. It could be just you. You could be just shifting, But I think this is something for some artist, somebody that's a creative entrepreneur of some type that is putting out for consumers to dissect in some way, because this is about that. So open your mind to the highest outcomes. They're already there. I think this is in terms of networking for somebody, in terms of reaching out further than, especially if you're creating something or putting something out there, there's not really a limit. There's no real limit in terms of who you can meet or who you like. In terms of, I think this is for somebody to kind of take that networking opportunity, take that event to go to, or take that opportunity to meet somebody new or collaborate with somebody new in some way, shape, or form that may open your horizons to different possibilities. And that's the whole point. With fertility, I think this signifies that flow that you can create from taking on different streams of possibilities instead of like putting it off. Like, you just throwing out an idea because you don't think logically it'll work, or you don't think logically it'll appeal to said amount of population, or you don't think logically that this is going to end in a said result. It doesn't have to be for all the creatives and entrepreneurs, but usually I think this is really specified for them. With the chariot energy, there's a need for willpower to move forward and to kind of push in some way, shape, or form, to push your seed and sprout it, or spread seeds, or plant seeds in different areas so the other ones have time to sprout, so you can kind of have your focus in different directions in terms of, not putting a cap on an idea, not putting a cap on an ideal, ideal of yourself, or a depiction of yourself, whether that depiction is you express your expression, your public expression of whatever this is, or your inner expression of whatever this is that, distributes outwardly in terms of every aspect of your life, that reflects outwardly. So whatever this is, it's being dissected. So it could be just simply your aura, but something about you with the Seven of Swords was not, with the Seven of Swords I'm taking, that's usually a deceptive energy. It's not understood. But I think you're very misunderstood, whoever I'm tapping into. So with the Seven of Swords, I think people had a lot of illusions of perspectives around you. So for lack of better words, I think people couldn't, similar to other messages, they didn't have a finite description of whatever you are, your personality is. You may be very multidimensional. Your craft may be very multidimensional. Whatever you represent to whatever field, I'm talking about, whether this is generally in life or in a specific factor, essence, or facet of a field or industry. You bring something that is totally multidimensional or totally innovative to a said field, that is meant to be like that in terms of you being dissected and maybe even having some evil eyes of hating people around you. It's all meant for that. Even that resistance helps you sharpen yourself in terms of the resilience and how you show up with yourself, unless you fold to those things, But God ain't put you into that situation or said, that mission or that vision for yourself if you ain't, if you couldn't really go through these things and come out on top. There's a significance on coming out on top, and how you do that, with the Queen of Pentacles energy, it represents nurturing those things that are your foundations. And I'm thinking spiritually is how I'm getting it. So your gifts, when I'm saying your gifts, your intuition. So making sure you're in tune with your intuition. If you're in balance with yourself, you're going to be in balance with your intuition. Getting in tune with your chakra systems, getting in tune with your, ideal of self, your I am for yourself. If you're speaking negatively about yourself, you're only going to precipitate that kind of lack to kind of proceed outwardly before you, right? So there's a need to, controlling how you speak, especially if people are dissecting you all the wrong ways or all the right ways, It's all for subjective learning and relativity points that I speak of. What I think this is for an artistic message for a lot of artists. What isolation saved your life, or there's a need for, or maybe you're very, I'm gonna wait on that. With the Seven of Pentacles, I think it saved your vision, or there's a need for isolation from things that are distractions to your vision. It's kind of similar to the last message I said. Whatever's getting in the way of your, blocking your creativity, it's kind of in need to, you need to set a boundary with it or something like that to make sure you maintain. The Seven of Pentacles represents diligence and consistency, or perseverance, or long-term visioning for a goal or set motion that you already have or you're planning to have. Just reminders to remind you of how powerful you are. I think this is a creator message for a lot of people. May have, with the dissecting, people try to maybe put a finite end on you or description on you, right? But they didn't stop the ordinance that God had over your life. There's a specific ordinance that maybe your life operates differently than those around you. Maybe the order, maybe the placements, maybe nothing makes sense about your life to other people, but to you and the Most High it does, right? And that's a significant message for, I got a lot of people that, there's a sense of, I was talking about this with Sophia. I was talking about this, like a sense of community that a lot of people, in the comment section, I'm seeing, you don't really have that person. A lot of people don't really have that person in their life that understand the way they think or the things that they believe in or understand or see or experience. And things like this are like a sense of community for things like that, or a confirmation, It's an interesting thing, but that's a reality for certain people, especially in my soul collective. But with the moon energy, there's a need to kind of attune yourself with your soul nature, with your hidden instincts, or there's a significance around hidden instincts around you or within you, whether that's temptation or whether that's, parts of yourself, vices, or that's just hidden knowledge about yourself that you're not, that you can attune yourself within. That's now being presented to you. That's for a few people. Meditation is a significant message for a lot of people right now. Grounding yourself. It's a lot of energies, which means there's a lot of shifts, a lot of transformations. With the Ace of Pentacles, transformations bring new beginnings, endings, closures, things like that. But they take your kindness for weakness, followed by industry sacrifice. I'm getting with that. Don't let people play with your, don't let people play in your face. With their fake, cut it off. Exactly. I was like, don't let people play in your face. You may very well be a sweet person, very well maybe a strong-willed person, or a very creative person, or maybe something about your aura is intimidating in some way, shape, or form, but you're very nice, or you're very, kind. But a lot of people, when they get to that, they usually take that as they take that a little too lightly, I guess, is what the channel messages I'm getting. with energy harvesting, there's a need for boundaries to be set. So equal give and take is significant at this time. With the lover's energy, there's a sense of admiration for, of course, if people are dissecting you like I'm feeling in this energy, there's a sense of admiration or a instinct for people to find what's the transparency behind your mystique, right? What makes this mysterious, or what's your sauce, or whatever the key is to whatever your formula is, or however you're coming off different, or however this polarizing reaction comes from. People want to understand where it comes from within you. What is it about you? What is it? What is it about him? What is it about her? A lot of people, with no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. I'm getting like a lot of people, or there's some people that take this to a certain extent, or they take it a little too far with jealousy. The jealousy is shown in the way others view you. And it can turn into like a one-sided competition that provokes the devil energy in oneself or somebody's shadow, right? So I guess what I'm getting from that, saying all that to say, whatever you're doing, whatever you are, whoever you are, you may provoke a lot of shadows in people. That may be my message. With death spells that don't work on you, there's a significance on your light or your presence evoking a lot of shadow presence in a lot of other people, which is meant for a lot of things to be brought to surface for collective general healing. If you can do that, and you, let's say, like I said, I'm tapping into a lot of creators or entrepreneurs that hopefully you're putting your work or your craft or whatever you're doing out to as many people as you can, right? You can amass your energy to a lot of people, and you're doing that to a lot of people all at once. All this, what I'm talking about, you're bringing people's things to it, because a lot of people have polarizing reactions to whoever I'm tapping into, just like me. There's polarizing reactions, but that brings somebody to a confrontational space within themselves to either face, project, or deflect, or go within, whatever that choice is. But that is an automatic trigger point that you're meant to serve whoever I'm tapping into. And I think that's my last message. You probably got a lot of people dissecting you, trying to figure out what that trigger is and what's behind that. But where I'm tapping into, there's a need for just understanding your mission and understanding where to go from there. It's not going to be mapped out before you from somebody else before you. That's a significant message for somebody, especially if you have a trailblazing path. You're going to map this shit out, whether it's just trial and error, or I got a confirmation on that, or you just trying to follow alignment the best you can. There's a significance on you're leading your own path and kind of having that torch and wearing it, like on your sleeve. Don't shy away from it, and just keep being you. It's similar to my last one. Just own how you show up, own how you present yourself is all, And that's my last message for y'all. If you need a personal with me, hit up Shamika-san with seeing@gmail.com. I appreciate every one of y'all. We are at 10K, and it just keeps growing. We had I think 10.2 almost. But I really appreciate every single one of y'all. If you're new here, welcome to the team. And I appreciate every single one of y'all spending some time with me. I'm gonna try to get on all these personals tomorrow. I'm getting my generals in today so I can catch up, so I can get to these personals tomorrow. So if you're still waiting on me, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much for your grace and patience. But just bookings are stacking up a little bit, so I'm trying to give accurate estimates in terms of the timelines for weights. But saying all that to say, I appreciate every single one of y'all still with me. It's your boy Justice. I send y'all so much ashe and prosperity. Peace out.